Hello everyone, welcome to Sai Niketan CET classes. In the previous class, we have completed up to 20 questions. So in this class, we will solve the remaining questions. So in that question number 21, right? So if A is equal to, they have given this determinant, then A into adjoint of A is equal to, right? So therefore we know that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. So we know that it is a standard result. A into adjoint of A, that is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. Now we should find A into adjoint of A. First I should find this one, that is the determinant of A. So I will find determinant of A, that is 1 minus 2 2, 0 2 minus 3 3 minus 2 1. Now I should find the determinant. So therefore determinant of A is equal to 1 into, here it is 2 and here it is minus into minus becomes plus. So clearly it is a plus 6 and here it is a minus of 6, right? And here it is minus into minus plus. So plus 2 into, I have told you the first row and second column, so 0 and plus 9, and here it is a plus 2 into, I have told you the first row and third column, so clearly it is a 0 0 minus of 6, is it right? So clearly determinant of E, this is equal to, it is here it is a 4 is there, right? So therefore, so clearly it is a 8, so 8 and here it is a minus of 6 and this one. Now to simplify this one, 8 minus 6, so clearly it is a 2 and here it is a 18 and here it is a minus of 12, right? So what is the determinant of A? It is equal to 20 minus of 12. So clearly determinant of A is equal to 8. Now we got the value of determinant of A, right? So what is the result? A into adjoint of A equal to determinant of A into I. So therefore determinant A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. I is nothing but what? Identity matrix of order 3 cross 3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, right? Now what is the value of determinant of A? 8 is there. 8 into 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Multiply each element of this matrix by 8. So clearly what you are getting, 8 0 0 0 8 0 0 0 8. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the third option is the right one. Okay, we will go for the next question. Okay, 22. Okay, so here what they have given? So they have given A, they have given. So this determinant they are denoted by A and this determinant they have denoted by B. Then what is the relationship between this A and this B, right? We have to check what is the relation between first determinant and second determinant. So for this I will consider the second determinant, so that is C1 C2 C3. Here it is A1 A2 A3 B1 B2 B3, right? So now, so we already know that the properties of the determinant. In a determinant, if any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant changes. So here it is a plus, the sign of this determinant is plus is there. So now I want to interchange these two. So I will change C1 changes to C2 and C2 changes to C1. So in this case, the value of this determinant or the sign of this determinant becomes changes. So minus of, and here it is A1 A2 A3. What about this C1 C2 C3 and C3 as it is? Sorry, here. So here it is R1 changes to R2 and R2 changes to R1. So here these two rows are changes, then the sign of the determinant changes, and I will write the third row as it is. So that is b1, b2, b3. Is it right? So here it is a b3. Okay. Now, so here the negative sign is because in a determinant two rows are interchanged, then the sign of the determinant changes. Again I will change, R2 changes to R3 and R3 changes to R2. Again here it is a negative is there, then the sign of this determinant changes, means if it is minus means then it changes to plus. So therefore clearly B is equal to, I will write first row as it is A1, A2, A3, and I have to change R2 and R3. So clearly it is B1, B2, B3. Here it is C1, C2, C3. Now I got this one. Okay. Now, so therefore B is equal to, I got this one. And also we know that in a determinant, if each element of row or columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant remains unchanged. It means that if you take the transpose of this determinant, then the value of the determinant remains unchanged. So that is you know the property, that is delta is equal to what? Delta dash. So therefore I will change the each rows and columns. So therefore I will change R1 into C1, A1, A2, A3. Here it is B1, B2, B3, and this becomes C1, C2, C3. So here what I have done? So here I have interchanged the rows and columns. In a determinant, all the rows and columns are interchanged, then the value of the determinant remains same. So hence delta is equal to delta dash. So therefore B is equal to, so this determinant is clearly given determinant, that is A. So therefore clearly the fourth option is a right one. So because this determinant is same as this determinant, so therefore B is equal to A, therefore the fourth option is a right one. Okay, we go for the next question. Okay, this one. So here what they have given? So here they have given the matrix of order 3 cross 3 they have given. So here they have given the matrix of order 3 cross 3 they have given. So then here we should write the characteristic roots, right? So here we should know what is mean by characteristic roots and what is mean by characteristic equation. So let A be any square matrix, then determinant of A minus of lambda I equal to 0. It is called a characteristic equation of a matrix. It is called a characteristic equation of a matrix, and the root of this equation, the root of this equation is called characteristic roots of the given matrix. Okay, once again, characteristic equation is nothing but determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0 is called characteristic equation of a given matrix, and the roots of this equation, they are called characteristic roots. So here lambda is a non-zero constant and I is a identity matrix of order 3 cross 3. Now to find the characteristic roots, first I should find characteristic equation. So for this here I will write A minus lambda I. So therefore that is equal to, what is the value of A? A they have given 1 0 0, 2 3 0, 4 5 6 they have given. So clearly it is they have given. Minus lambda into identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So therefore this implies A minus lambda times I. So here I will write this as it is 1 0 0, 2 3 0, 4 5 6. Now I will multiply this lambda to each element of this identity matrix. So clearly lambda 0 0, 0 lambda 0, 0 0 lambda. Okay, subtraction of a matrix. So A minus lambda I, that is equal to subtract this element and this element, 1 minus lambda 0 0. So here it is a 2 and here it is 3 minus lambda 0, and here it is a 4 5 6 minus of lambda, right? Now I got this equation, that is A minus of lambda I equal to, I got this matrix. Now take the characteristic equation, so that is determinant of lambda I, right? So that is equal to, take the determinant of this one. So what you are getting, so the clearly here it is a 1 minus lambda 0 0, and here it is a 2, and here it is a 3 minus of lambda is equal to 0, and here it is 4, and here it is a 5, and here it is a 6 minus of lambda, this equal to 0. So it is called a characteristic equation. Now I should find the determinant. So therefore this implies, so here you should see the one side of the principal diagonal elements are equal to 0, then the value of the determinant is equal to product of the principal diagonal elements. So clearly this becomes 1 minus lambda into 3 minus lambda into 6 minus lambda equal to 0. So therefore it is called a characteristic equation, or otherwise you have to simplify all these. So you are getting the cubic equation in lambda. So therefore directly I will take, so here I will equate 1 minus lambda equal to 0, or 3 minus lambda equal to 0, or 6 minus lambda equal to 0. So this implies lambda equal to 1, lambda equal to 3, and lambda equal to 6. So these are called characteristic roots of this characteristic equation. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly third option, 1 3 6, right? So this is called a characteristic equation, and the roots of the characteristic equation is called a characteristic roots. Okay, we'll go for the next question. This one. Okay, this question, that is how to find the inverse of a matrix. You already know that how to find the equation, how to find the inverse of this matrix. So we solved such type of the problems in previous videos. So this is the homework. We'll go for the next question, right? Okay. So here question number 25. Okay, if A into adjoint of A minus of 5i, where I is the identity matrix of order 3, then what is the value of determinant of adjoint of A is equal to, right? So here we should find the value of this one. So first I will cross verify this question. Okay, here it is equal to is there. So here A into adjoint of A, what they have given? They have given this one. This is equal to 5i they have given, right? Then we have to find determinant of adjoint of A, we should find. Okay, for this we know that A into adjoint of A is equal to what? Determinant of I into A. We know the standard result by comparing this and this. So in the place of determinant of A we have 5. So clearly this implies determinant of A equal to what? 5. Okay, next. And also we know that determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A to the power n minus 1, where n is order of a matrix. Now we should find this one. For this determinant of adjoint of A is equal to, what is the value of determinant of A? That is 5 to the power n is nothing but order is 3, so 3 to the power minus 1, so clearly 5 square. So therefore your answer is 25. So therefore clearly the fourth option is a right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question, this one. Okay, here, so here they have given this determinant, and this determinant equal to what? 0 they have given. So this determinant equal to 0 they have given. Then what is the condition for A, B and C, right? So are they equal? Are they in AP, or are they in GP, or are they in HP, right? So to find such type of the determinant, first we should apply the elementary operations such that, so by applying the elementary row or column operation, you should get maximum number of zeros in any row or column, so that it is very easy to expand the determinant, right? So that is, here you should make the elements of any row or columns are equal to 0, so that we can easily expand the determinant. So for this, here I will apply the operation to make this element and this element is 0. So by applying the operation r1 dash equal to r1 plus r3 minus of 2r2, right? So by applying this operation, so here I got 0 and here also I will got 0. Because check this one, first one you have to check what is r1. So that is x plus 1. What about r3? That is x plus 3, right? Minus 2 into, what about r2? R2 is this one, x plus 2 is there, right? So simplify this one. So clearly it is a 2x plus 4 minus 2x minus of 4. So clearly 2x minus 2x, 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So clearly this element becomes 0. Okay. So therefore, by applying this operation, here I got 0, right? Similarly, what about this element? So again r1 plus r3, x plus x 2x and 2 plus 4 6 minus 2 into r2 is x plus 3. Okay, so simplify this one, 2x plus 6 minus of 2x minus 6. So clearly this will get cancelled. So therefore your answer is 0. Okay, next. Now you should find this element. So to find this element, you have to carefully apply this operation. What about r1? R1 is x plus a. What about r3? That is x plus c. Okay, next. Minus of 2 into, what about r2? R2 is x plus of b is there, right? So simplify this one. So x plus x 2x and here it is you will get a plus c. And what about this minus 2x minus 2b? Okay, so here minus 2x and plus 2x will get cancelled. So what is the answer? A plus 2c, a plus c minus of 2b. So what is this element? It is a plus c minus of 2b. Okay, this determinant equal to what they have given? They have given 0. Now I applied this operation only for first row. I should write second row and third row as it is. So therefore it becomes x plus 2, x plus 3 and x plus b and x plus 3. What about this? X plus 4, x plus c. Okay, here you should observe, by applying this operation I got 2 zeros in first row, so that if I got the maximum number of zeros in any row or column, then it is very easy to expand the determinant so that sum of the elements becomes 0. So that's why I have applied this operation to make the elements of first row, 2 elements are 0. So therefore expand. So expand along R1, right? So here I will expand this one. So 0 into this term, I am not writing this because 0 into any number becomes 0, plus minus 0 into again this term becomes 0, plus minus, here I should write plus. So that is a plus c minus of 2b. Now, so here I have to leave the first row and third column. So here it is what is the answer? So x plus 2 into x plus 4, multiply these two, and this becomes x plus 3 into x plus 3, that becomes x plus 3 whole square, right? So now leave these two because 0 into any term becomes 0. So I will simplify this one. So that is a plus c minus of 2b. Okay, so multiply this, x square plus 4x plus 2x plus what this one 8. Now again it is a plus b whole square. At the same time applying a plus b whole square, and I will take this minus 2 inside the bracket, hence it becomes minus x square. Here it is minus 9 and here it is a minus of 6x. So this equal to 0 they have given. Okay, right. So clearly you should observe, plus x square minus x square will get cancelled. So here it is 6x and here it is minus 6x is there. So clearly it will get cancelled. So here it is 8 minus of 9. 8 minus of 9 means minus of 1. So therefore what you are getting? So clearly a plus c minus of 2b into what? Minus 1 equal to 0, right? Or take this minus 1 to this side, or multiply minus 1 to both LHS and RHS hence it becomes plus, or take this minus 1 to this side. So here what I am getting, a plus b minus 2b equal to 0 I will get, because I am taking this minus 1 to this side, divided by minus 1. 0 by minus 1 becomes 0. So therefore what I got, a plus c minus of 2b equal to 0. So therefore this, take this 2b to RHS. So here a plus c is equal to what, 2b, right? So I got the result like this. I will write here. So therefore after expanding this determinant, I got a plus c is equal to what, 2b, or take this 2 to this side, a plus c divided by 2 is equal to b, right? Now I got like this, a plus c by 2 is equal to b. So this is the condition. So clearly these are in AP, because a, b, c are in AP means b is equal to a plus c divided by 2. So this is called this is called arithmetic mean. So here also I got a plus c by 2, that is equal to b means, so this is a arithmetic mean of the three numbers a, b and c. So clearly the given numbers are in AP, okay, because I got this result. Okay, we go for the next question. Okay, this one. So to find the value of this determinant, so here you should know some of the formulas related to logarithm. So that is, if it is like this, log a to the base a, this is always equal to what, 1, and second condition is log n to the base a, we will write like this, log n to the base e divided by log a to the base e. So this is called theorem on change of base rule, and here it is both this number and base are same, then directly we will write 1. So here I will write like this, 1 we will write like this, x to the log x to the base x, because both these are same, then its value becomes 1. Similarly I will write like this, log y to the base y also I will write 1. Okay, now I am using this in this determinant. So here what is the value of 1? I will write like this, log x to the base x. Here the 1 I will write log x to the base x, because we have this formula, right? Next, what about this? So here it is log y to the base x is there, log z to the base x is there, and here it is a log x to the base y, and again here I will write 1 log y to the base y. What about this? Log z to the base y. Okay, and third row, log x to the base z, log y to the base z, and here I will write this one as it is, otherwise you will take log z to the base z, right? Now for first row I will write like this, that is a log x divided by log x, because I applied this one, theorem on change of base. So again here it is a log y divided by log x. What about this? Log z divided by log x, is it right? And second row again here it is a log x divided by log y. What about this? Log y divided by log y. And what about this? Log z divided by log y, and third row as it is, log x to the base z, log y to the base z, and here it is a 1. So here you should observe 1 by log x, 1 by log x, 1 by log x is there. Take 1 by log x common from first row, and 1 by y, 1 by y, 1 by y is there. So take 1 by y common from R2. So therefore 1 upon log x into 1 upon log y. I have taken this common from first row and second row. So clearly what here I am getting, log x, log y, log z. Here I got, here also I got log x, log y, and log z, and here it is the third row as it is, log x to the base z, log y to the base z. Here it is a 1. Here you should observe log x, log x, log y, log z, log z. So here first row is identical with the second row, right? First row is identical with the second row. So you know that the property of the determinant. In the determinant, if any two rows are columns are identical, then the value of the determinant becomes 0. So therefore clearly the value of this determinant becomes 0. So clearly 1 upon log x into log y into 0. So therefore your answer is 0, because in the determinant if any two rows or columns are identical, then the value of the determinant becomes 0. So by applying that one, so here we got this one. So therefore the third option is a right one. Okay, we go for next question. This question. Okay, the next question is, that is 28th question, right? So find the value of this determinant, right? So to find the value of this determinant, so what they given here, the value of this determinant they have given 0, they have given, and here we should find cos of 4 theta, we should find cos of 4 theta, that is equal to question, right? So before finding cos of 4 theta, so here I will apply some elementary operation, so that I will make, so the elements of any row or columns are 0, because if you make the elements of any row or columns are 0, then it is very easy to expand the determinant. So that I will apply the operations like this. So that is C1 dash is equal to C1 plus C2 I will apply. I will apply C1 dash equal to C1 plus C2. So here you should observe, here 1 is there, 1 plus sin square theta plus cos square theta means sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So hence it becomes 1 plus 1, clearly it becomes 2. Okay, next. Here it is sin square theta is there, and here it is 1 plus cos square theta is there, right? So what is the answer? Sin square theta plus 1 plus cos square theta. So what is the answer? Sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 1. So what is the value? 1 plus 1, hence it becomes 2. So this element also becomes 2. Okay, next. And again here it is sin square theta is there, and here it is a cos square theta. Sin square theta plus cos square theta 1. Okay, now I will write second row and second column and third column as it is. So therefore it becomes cos square theta 1 plus cos square theta, and here it is a cos square theta. What about this? 4 sin 2 theta and 4 sin 2 theta, and here it is a 4 sin 2 theta minus 1. So this determinant they have given 0. Okay, next. Now I will make this element also 0 by applying the operation R2 R1 dash is equal to, right? So R1 dash is equal to, I will make this element 0. So by applying the operation R1 minus 2, sorry, R1 dash equal to R1 minus R2 I will apply. I will apply R1 minus R2, so that this element becomes 0. And also I will apply R2 dash is equal to R2 minus 2 R3. Okay, so first I will apply this one. So 2 minus 2 becomes what? 0. What about this? R1 is cos square theta minus of 1 plus cos square theta. So clearly what it becomes? So cos square theta minus of R2 is minus 1 minus cos square theta. This term and this term will get cancelled, minus of 1. Okay, next. What about this? So clearly it becomes 4 sin 2 theta, right? And here it is R2. What is the R2? So that is a minus of 4 sin 2 theta is there. So clearly this and this will get cancelled. Clearly it is a 0. Okay, next. Again here it is, I should write R2 as it is. So that is a 2 1 plus cos square theta, and here it is 4 sin 2 theta as it is, right? Next, I should apply this operation. So that is R2 dash equal to R2 minus 2 R3. What is R2? 2 is there. 2 minus 2 into, what about R3? That is 1. So 2 minus 2 becomes 0. Again this element also 0. Okay, next. Again here R2 is what? 1 plus cos square theta is there, minus of 2 into R3. What is R3? R3 is cos square theta. So therefore this becomes cos square theta. So here it is 1 minus of 2, sorry, minus 2 cos square theta plus cos square theta means cos square theta. So clearly what is the element? 1 minus of cos square theta. Okay, we'll go for this element, right? So this element is, what is R2? It is 4 sin 2 theta minus 2 into R3 is 4 sin 2 theta minus 1. So simplify this one. 4 sin 2 theta minus 8 sin 2 theta minus into minus what? Plus. So that is plus. So minus 8 sin 2 theta plus 4 sin 2 theta means so clearly minus of 4 sin 2 theta plus 2, right? So here this element is minus 4. So here I will write minus 4 sin 2 theta plus 2. So this is equal to what? 0. Okay, next. So now I will expand this one. Now I will expand this one. So I will expand along R1, I will expand, right? So here it is plus is there, so 0 into this term becomes what? 0. I am not going to write all these because 0 into any number becomes 0. Plus here it is minus is there, minus into minus becomes plus. Now you should leave the first row and a third column. So clearly 2 into this term, so clearly this becomes 2 into minus 4 sin 2 theta plus 2 minus of, now you should leave this one and this one, so 2 into this term and 0 into this term, so 0 into that term becomes 0 and plus minus plus 0 into this term becomes 0. I am not going to write all these, directly I have taken 0 into this term because 0 into any number becomes 0, hence I am not going to take all these. So actually I got this one only, that is 2 times minus 4 sin 2 theta plus 2, this is equal to what? 0 I got. So multiply this one, so clearly it is a minus 8 sin 2 theta plus 4 equal to 0, or take this 4 to this side, minus 8 sin 2 theta is equal to minus of 4, minus and minus will get cancelled, so here it is sin 2 theta is equal to 1 by 2. Now we got the value of sin 2 theta by applying this operation and expanding. Now here I should find cos 4 theta. So you already know that. What is the value of cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Okay. So here it is 2 theta is there. So here we have only 1 theta. So in the place of cos 2 theta, suppose if you have 4 theta, then the answer is 1 minus 2 sin square 2 theta. Because here it is a half angle formula. Here we have used the half angle formula or multiple and submultiple angle. So here it is 2 theta is there, then here it is only 1 theta. Here it is 2 theta means half of this. So here half of 4 is 2 theta. So therefore 1 minus 2 as it is. What is the value of sin 2 theta? Sin 2 theta is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 whole square. So clearly 1 minus 2 into 1 by 4. 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja. So therefore 1 minus 1 by 2. So therefore your answer is 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 means 1 by 2. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the second option is the right. Okay. We'll go for next question. Okay, this one. So this question already we have discussed such type of the questions. So here how you have to find this one? Here we should find the determinant of adjoint of A. So you know that determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus of 1. So here first we should find determinant of A. So what is the determinant of A? Directly I will write 2 into 4 minus of 0 minus 1 into, you have to leave the first and second column, 0 minus of 1 and plus 0 into this term becomes 0. So simplify this one. Determinant of A is equal to, here it is 8 minus into minus plus, so clearly 9. Okay. So what is the answer? Determinant of A, here you got 9. So therefore substitute here 9 into what is the value of n? N is nothing but order of a matrix, so that is 3 minus of 1, so that is a 9 square. Therefore your answer is 81. So therefore the second option is a right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Here this question, okay, so here A and B are the square matrices of the same order. Then they are given this relation, that is A plus B into A minus B is equal to what they have given, A square minus B square they have given. Then what is the value of this one? So here we should find AB into A inverse whole square is equal to question mark. Okay, so to find this one we should use this result. This result is given. Okay, so here I will take the multiplication. A into A means A square minus AB, okay, plus BA minus B square is equal to what? A square minus of B square. Okay, just I have multiplied this. Okay, next. So clearly you should observe here this A square and this A square will get cancelled. Here it is minus B square and this B square will get cancelled, because minus B comes to this side means plus B square. Minus B square plus B square will get cancel each other. So clearly minus AB plus BA, here what you got? Clearly here you got 0, right? Now take this minus AB to this side. So clearly BA is equal to what? AB, right? Now you got this result, that is BA is equal to AB you got. Now you should substitute the value of BA here, right? So what are they given, or what we have to find? AB into A inverse whole square, right? So in the place of AB, here I should substitute BA. So therefore BA into A inverse whole square. Is it right? But what is the value of A into A inverse? A into A inverse is equal to I, because we know that A into A inverse equal to A inverse into A equal to I, we know. Okay, so B as it is, this value becomes what? I, that is I square. Okay, then what is the value of B into I? B into I means B, therefore whole square as it is. So therefore what is the answer? B square. So here B into I, so we know that A into I is equal to I into A equal to what? A only. So therefore just in the place of A, here we have B. So therefore B into I means B only, B square. Therefore which option is the right one? So here B square. So here they have given the wrong options they have given. So here in your book, so these options are not there. Okay, here the first option is what? A square B square is there, and second option, that is A square is there. Third option, that is B square is there. Fourth option is I is there. So clearly the third option is right. So in your material they have given the option, right? So here just you have to make the correction. Instead of these options they have written this one. Okay, so therefore clearly which option is the right one? The third option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question. So here, okay, the constant term of this polynomial. So here they are given this determinant, right? So here we should find the constant term. So x plus 2, and here it is x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 2, 2x, 3x plus 1, right? So here you should observe, if you expand this determinant, you are getting one polynomial. So clearly you are getting one polynomial, you are getting, right? Polynomial, right? So if it is a polynomial means it is like this, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, like this you are getting. So in the polynomial, in this such type of the polynomial, if you want to find the constant term, So in this polynomial the constant term is d. So here you should observe the constant term means which does not contain any variable. So here the variable are there, variable is there. So that variable is x. But if you want to find the constant is independent of its variable. Suppose if you want to find the constant term d, just you should replace the value of x equal to 0. If you equate the value of x equal to 0, you are getting the constant term, right? So after expanding this, again you are getting the polynomial. So if you want to find the constant term, just replace the value of x by 0. So therefore this becomes what? 0 plus 3 means 3. Here it is 0, here it is 2, here it is 0, here it is 1, here it is minus 1, here it is 2, 0, and here it is a 1. So here I have written this determinant into this form because after expanding this you are getting a polynomial. For any polynomial, if you want to find the constant term, just replace the value of x by 0. After substituting the value of x equal to 0 in this determinant, I got this one. Now I will expand this determinant. Directly I will get the constant term only. Okay. So therefore expand this one. 3 into 1 plus 0, and 0 into this term becomes 0, plus 2 into not only the first and third column. So clearly 0 minus of 2. Okay. Simplify this one. 3, and here it is minus 1, 4. So therefore minus 1. So the constant term of this polynomial, or the constant term in this determinant after getting your the polynomial, that polynomial minus 1 is a constant term. So therefore the fourth option is a right one. Okay. So here if you want to find the constant term for any polynomial, just you should replace the value of x by 0. In that case directly you are getting the polynomial. So therefore for this question minus 1 is the constant term. Okay. We will go for next question. Here you should remember that key point. The key point is whenever you find the constant term of a polynomial, just replace the value of x by 0. Okay. That is the key point. Okay. Next question, this one. So here if A is a 3 cross 3 non-singular matrix and determinant of A equal to 3 they have given, then what is the value of determinant of 2A to the power minus 1, right? So it means that determinant of A inverse. So here you should find determinant of 2A inverse you should find. Okay. So to find this one, so we know the formula, that is determinant of A inverse is always equal to 1 upon determinant of A. So just you have to apply this one. So for this question, what they given? Determinant of A inverse means like this. Determinant of A inverse equal to what? 1 upon determinant of A. Right? Next. So here what they given? Here we should find determinant of 2A, right? Determinant of 2A inverse. So that is equal to, how we will write? 1 upon determinant of 2A, right? So just applying this one for this. So here we got 1 upon determinant of 2A. But also we know another formula, that is determinant of K is equal to K raised to N into what? Determinant of A. We know this one, right? So where N is the order of the matrix. So therefore determinant of, in the place of K here we have 2. So determinant of 2A is equal to, how we will write? 2 raised to N into determinant of A. 2 raised to N. N is nothing but order. So therefore this becomes, what is the order they have given? 3 cross 3 non-singular. So that is a determinant of A. Okay. Now I will replace the value of determinant of 2A by this one. So therefore 2 cube into determinant of A. Just I have applied this result. Okay. Now 1 upon 2 cube means 8. What is the value of determinant of A? they given the determinant of A is 3 they have given. So 3 they have given means so here it is 3. So 1 divided by 24 here we got. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the third option is the right one, right? So to solve such type of the problems, just you should remember these formulas, right? Determinant of A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant of A, and determinant of K is equal to K raised to N into determinant of A, where N is a order. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, this question, right? So we already solved this question in previous videos. So again have to practice this in your home. Okay, we'll go for this one. So what is the value of determinant of this one? Okay, so here to find the determinant of this one, so here you should know this formula. Sin of A plus B is equal to sin A into cos B plus cos A into sin B, right? So this problem is based on this formula. So here I will find, so here it is a sin alpha, sin beta, and here it is a sin gamma, and second column as it is cos alpha, cos beta, and here it is a cos gamma. Now apply the formula sin alpha cos delta plus cos alpha into sin delta, okay, by using this formula. Again for this one, sin beta cos delta plus cos delta sin beta, cos A sin B. Next for this one, sin gamma into cos delta plus cos gamma into sin delta. Okay, next. Now here you should observe, in a third column each element can be expressed as sum of the two terms. So in a determinant, if each element of row or column can be expressed as sum of the two terms, then the whole determinant can be expressed as sum of the two determinant. So therefore, so here I will write like this, sin alpha cos alpha, and here it is sin alpha cos delta. Okay, here it is a sin beta, and here it is cos beta. Here it is a sin gamma, and here it is a cos gamma. Here it is a sin beta and cos delta, sin gamma cos delta. Okay, cos delta plus again this is as it is. So sin alpha, sin beta, and here it is a sin gamma. Here it is a cos alpha, cos beta, and here it is a cos gamma. Okay, and here we should write this one. So that is a cos alpha into sin delta, and here it is a cos delta into sin beta, and here it is a cos gamma into sin delta. I think this is it is a cos beta, and here it is a sin delta. So therefore here it is a beta, and here it is a delta. Okay, so because why I have written like this? In a determinant, if each element of any row or column can be expressed as sum of the two terms, then the whole determinant can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. So here you should observe cos delta is there. So take cos delta outside. So here it is a sin alpha, sin beta, here it is sin gamma, and here it is cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Right? So here what you are getting? Sin alpha, sin beta, and here it is a sin gamma. So here it is a sin gamma. So therefore sin gamma. Okay. In this case, take sin delta outside. So in second determinant, take sin delta outside from third column. So here what you are getting is sin delta. So here it is a sin alpha, sin beta, and here it is a sin delta, cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma. So here what you are getting a cos alpha, right, cos beta, and here it is a cos gamma. Okay, now here you should observe this third column is identical with the first column. So two rows or columns are identical, then the value of the determinant becomes 0. So clearly this determinant becomes 0 into cos delta. Okay, plus. Here you should observe second column is identical with the third column, so again its value becomes 0, sin delta into 0. 0 into this term 0, 0 into this term 0, so therefore your answer is 0. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the first option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, this question, so this question also we have solved in previous videos, so this is also homework. So what they have given, it is a singular means take the value of this determinant equal to 0 and expand this determinant and find the value of x. So this is a homework. We'll go for the next question. So what they have given, they have given a x raised to 4 plus b x cube plus c x square plus dx plus e. This is equal to, they have given one determinant. They have given one determinant. Then we should find e. Here we should find the value of e. So already in a previous question I have already told that in a polynomial, if you want to find the constant term, just you should replace the value of x by 0. Okay, so here also to find e is nothing but what? E is nothing but a constant, right? So to find the constant term in this polynomial, just you should replace the value of x by 0. So actually in this question we should find the value of constant, so that I should replace the value of x by 0. So clearly this becomes 0. Here it is 1, here it is minus 3. Okay, what about this minus 1, and here it is 0, and what about this 4, because replacing the x by 0. What about this 3, what about this minus 4, what about this 0. Okay, and here also you have to substitute the value of x equal to 0. So here I will put x equal to 0 to get the constant term. So here all this term becomes 0 by substituting the value of x equal to 0. 0 into this 0, 0, and here also 0. So here I got 0. Here I got e. Therefore what is the determinant? 0, 1, minus 3, minus 1, 0, 4, and here it is a 3, minus 4, 0. Okay, next. So here you should observe, after substituting the value of x equal to 0 in this determinant, you got this determinant. So here you should observe all the principal diagonal elements are equal to 0, and these are the same element with opposite sign, So clearly which determinant it is? Clearly it is a skew symmetric determinant. So clearly it is a skew symmetric determinant. You already know that the given determinant is a skew symmetric determinant, then its value becomes what? 0. So therefore the value of this determinant is a 0 because it is a skew symmetric determinant. So therefore what is the value of e? E is equal to 0, that is a constant term in this polynomial is a 0. Therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the third option is the right one. Okay, we'll go for the next question. Okay, the next question is this one. Okay, question number 37. I think we already solved this question in previous video. So in the same question they have given here. We'll go for the next question. What is the inverse of diagonal non-singular matrix? So this is also homework for you. Just you should find whether it is a diagonal, whether it is a scalar, or whether it is a skew symmetric, or whether it is a 0. I will go for the next question, this one. So the characteristic equation of this matrix is, so what are they given? They have given lambda cube minus 5a square minus 3 lambda plus 2 equal to 0. So here they have given the characteristic equation. Okay, here you should observe, we will write if it is a matrix of order 3 cross 3, a1, a2, a3, Here it is a B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So if it is a matrix of order 3 cross 3, then we will write the equation related to this matrix. So that is in this form: A cube minus of A1 plus B2 plus C3 into A square plus A11 plus A22 plus A33 into A minus determinant of A into I equal to 0. Okay. So here A1, B2, C3, these are the elements of principal diagonal elements, and A11, A22, A33. So these are the cofactors of principal diagonal element. So you should remember this formula, that is or this equation. This equation is related to matrix of order 3 cross 3. In this case, in the place of A we have lambda, so therefore lambda cube minus pi A square. So this term becomes minus pi, plus what about this? So in the place of this, here we have minus of 3 lambda or plus minus of 3 lambda, and here it is minus of, so here what is the answer? Plus 2 is there, and here it is 0. Okay. Just you should compare this equation with this equation. So here in the place of 2, here we have this one. In the place of 2, we have this one. Here just I am comparing this equation with the given equation, right? So this, by comparing these two equation, in the place of determinant of A into I have plus 2. So clearly, what is the value of determinant of A? So determinant of A is equal to minus of 2, because minus determinant of A, otherwise we will write like this. So therefore minus of determinant of A into I, that is equal to, here plus 2 is there. So in this place we have 2, so therefore here it is 2. Or take this minus to this side, and determinant of I is nothing but what? Determinant of A only. Determinant of A is equal to what? Minus of 2. Okay. Next, now we should find this one. We should find this one. So what is the value here? What is the, what we have to find? Adjoint of A. Here we should find determinant of adjoint of A. What is the formula of this one? It is determinant of A to the power n minus of 1. We have the formula. So what is the value of determinant of A? That is minus 2 to the power n. N is nothing but the highest power of lambda is 3 means, so clearly it is a matrix of order 3. So therefore here it is 3 minus of 1, so minus 2 to the power 2. So therefore your answer is 4. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the first option is the right one, right? So here just you should observe, for if it is a matrix of order 3 cross 3, then we will write its characteristic equation. Both are same. In the place of lambda, in the place of A we have lambda. Just here I have comparing this equation with this equation. So whenever lambda is there, here we have A, and in this case, so here in the place of determinant of A into I, we have plus 2 is there. Just I have taken determinant of A into I equal to 2, or determinant of A equal to minus 2, and I have used this formula. So therefore I got the answer 4. Okay, we go for the next question. This is also important. Okay, the fourth question is, okay, here. So what they have given? They have given A, they have given. So what is the A? X1 1 1 x1 1 1 x. So they have given matrix A, and also they have given matrix B, or they have given B, they have given. So here they have given like this. So this is a determinant, right? And B they have given what? Determinant of x1 1 x. Then dA by dx. To find dA by dx, differentiation of A with respect to x, first I should find A matrix. So therefore A is equal to, expand this one, x into x square minus 1 Here it is a minus 1 into, you have to leave the first row and second column, x minus of 1 plus 1 into, you have to leave the first row and third column. So clearly it is a 1 minus of x. So simplify this one. A is equal to x cube minus of x. Multiply this minus 1 to this one. So here it is minus x, minus into minus plus. So here it is a 1 minus of x. So simplify this one. A is equal to x cube minus of 3x plus 2. Now here I got the value of a. After expanding this determinant, I got this one. Okay. Next, I should find dA by dx. Before finding dA by dx, I will simplify b also. B. So here it is x square minus of 1. So this is the value of b. After expanding this determinant, I got the value of b, that is x square minus of 1. Okay. Now I should differentiate this one. Differentiate with respect to x. So you already know that differentiation of a function. So therefore this becomes a dA by dx, and differentiation of what? X cube minus 3x plus 2. Is it right? So what is the differentiation of x cube? So that is a 3x square. What is the differentiation of minus 3x? Minus 3. Differentiation of constant is 0. So therefore clearly you got like this. Differentiation of a with respect to x equal to, here it is 3x square minus of 3. So take 3 outside. So what you are getting? X square minus 1 you are getting. But what is the value of x square minus of 1? X square minus of 1 is nothing but b. So therefore your answer is 3b. So therefore dA by dx. So clearly dA by dx is equal to 3b. So therefore which option is the right one? So clearly the second option is the right one. Right. So up to this, and remaining we will continue in next class. Thank you.